Hello, welcome everybody to another Friday live here at the Cardboard Alchemy Studios. I'm Peter Vaughan. Actually, I say Friday, but it's whenever you're watching this. We hope to see you any day of the week, but we are currently live. We go live every Friday afternoon, and it is good to see you. It is my favorite time of the week. Cardboard Alchemy makes Flamecraft, Andromeda's Edge, Critter Kitchen, Flamecraft Duels. We made Mission Catastrophe once upon a time, but we're here to talk about the games we're making, that we are currently releasing, the ones that are coming out, the games you're playing over the weekend, what you're excited for the holidays, all that stuff. It's good to see you. I also have a Rosie, our comms manager, coming in to join in the stream, participate, get your questions answered, share from our Facebook groups, and all that jazz. Thank you very much, especially also asking if I'm feeling better. I did get a little something from PAX, a present, if you will, from that convention, but I'm fine. I'm doing okay. It's a little bit of a slow recovery here, but that's okay. We're still, we're busy making games, and that's always inspiring to just keep pushing and going. We're working really hard on Andromeda Genesis right now, which we could talk about, but also it's exciting to watch Flamecraft Duels get delivered to home after home after home after home, and the surprises and the packages and the opening and the sharing of plush pictures. It's fantastic. All right. We could talk about a couple different things today. I know Rosie will have topics about the holidays, and also I have a couple people are writing letters to Cardboard Alchemy's office, which is really nice. We'll be sharing a little bit about our upcoming pre-order store. If you're looking for anything Flamecraft and you missed out on getting those on the Kickstarter, but also this is the last day of our store-wide blowout sale for everything non-Flamecraft. So Critter Kitchen and Andromeda, best prices you're ever going to see, because we are moving the shop. Because we'll talk that out in this stream for everybody who doesn't know about it, but this is the last day of that. So let's see. Rosie, you good?
Yep.
All right. Also, Rosie will be helping me if my internet stream, if I get glitchy and freeze, it's because in the other room, Luke Laurie is here, and he's playing Whisperwood right now online with the designers, which is really exciting. I want to see that game because I'm really jealous that they're playing Whisperwood. But streaming and streaming happening in the same office could cause us to glitch up here a little bit.
We're just lucky that Doug's not playing, else we'd be screwed.
Yeah, right.
I have a new T-shirt. It's the Squawk from the new Stranger Things series.
Oh, nice! Look at that. Yeah, that's cool.
Very excited.
I have to say, I don't have a picture of it here, but I feel like pop culture and geek culture is at an all-time high when I could go into a grocery store and see Demogorgon Captain Crunch, like Gorgon Crunch or whatever, and I'm like, okay, this is a great timeline for geekdom, right? That this is happening.
The actor who plays Vecna was talking about going into Tesco's and seeing like people he works with on Watsits and stuff, and he's like, I'm just trying to buy milk, like what's going on? It's really funny. I guess his face is not really on stuff, so at least he's all right. Thank you, Quirkleton. I am feeling a lot better. It took a little while, but I am better just in time because it is Doug's birthday next week, so just celebrate with him. So yeah, it's nice to be feeling less gross. I'm never 100% not gross as a human being, but it's nice to not feel so disgusting. Also love the message. I don't have a YouTube year in recap. I need to check for this, but Cardboard Alchemy is second most visited channel for 100. That's awesome. Has anyone else had that? Are any board game channels on your recap? We did see some sent through saying Cardboard Alchemy, which is really cool. So
I saw Peter C. Hayward sent his, and Cardboard Alchemy was third most watched, right above Taskmaster, which was fourth most watched. And I was like, yeah.
I was so confused because I was like, we're not on Spotify. I even checked if we were on Spotify because I didn't know there was a recap for YouTube, and now I need to check. I
That's
think
what
mine will probably be this channel because I'm always
I mean.
going and checking that everything's live, and I'm also checking back through our footage, usually from my
It'll
personal
be a fun thing to see what people's other channels are, because then we as a group could all get on some board game channels we don't know about. Because on mine, it would probably be the Dice Tower. I know that I watch the Dice Tower top 10s and things like that a lot, so I have them on there. But then I might have something completely random, like non-board game stuff that I watch, and I'm like cooking, whatever it is. But I would love to know if there's other board game ones. I do think, let's see if there's another board game. Board Game Co. might be on my list.
Yeah, same. Boxed meeples are definitely on mine.
Right.
We put them on the telly, so
Yeah.
that makes sense. I think Shut Up and Sit Down and probably Blamco are the ones, because we watched and Nora's Bard, because you watch, it's like based on the amount of time you watch it, and if you're watching Blood on the Clock Tower, that's like a 2-3 hour video. So
I used to have
probably will come up with that as well.
I used to have a lot of the World's Bard because I was watching all of their episodes.
Yeah, that will definitely be up there. Yeah.
The Full 42.
Full 42.
That's right. I watched the show on Rosie, pass. No, I watched the show on this Monday. It's every Monday, everybody. If you want to watch the Full 42, it's got Chris Strain on there and Michael Giuliano, Googs, as we call him, and he's helping us out with events this year. So it's really fun. It's like, not to say it's a Cardboard Alchemy stream, but we could probably get, there might be some duels plays on that stream. You know what I mean?
I have a great photo of him at the PAX booth. He was trying to not get in the way. He got in the photo. I'll try and dig it out. It's very funny.
Yeah.
You may have met him at PAX because he was running around handing out cough sweets and keeping us alive.
He's one of those right now. Oh my God. It's so good. It's a good call, and I should have done that more at the show.
Yeah, for sure. It was a lot of fun.
All right. Well, I'm going to share something that I meant to share from the show hall. Actually, I have like a couple things to show hall, but I meant to share this. This is such a sweet thing that someone did, which is these coasters. Of course, we have coasters, but we got these from Kat, who's in our Discord, and said that she was really thankful that we had an extra hotel room. We offered it. She didn't end up needing it, but she's like, I'm going to make you this coasters. They're like padded on the back, And there is one this is our latest release, and she made one for all of our box covers. So that's the one before that, and that's the one before that, and then it goes before that, and then finally she also has a Mission Catastrophe right there. So our first game ever.
You can use them.
Yeah, they're shellacked, so it's like really good. I know a lot of people who get our pulpboard coasters are afraid to use them. It actually is that they soak up drink, like as you have the sort of condensation on drink, they will soak it up. They will still return to normal, but they are pulpboard, so they do take on liquid, and that could change the art theoretically, but they're meant to be used. Like the reason why we make them pretty affordable and in every campaign is that so people will get over the fact that they can use them. That said, I know people don't want to touch them. These, however, have like a surface that means that they're completely protected. So that was really sweet of her to do that. I once did these before for my very first game that I made.
They're really nice. I think get them out for a 4-player game. Which game do you want? I think it's really nice.
Thank you so much, Kat. I really appreciate that. Also, Kat's been in our Discord server helping us before as what we called ace pilot on Andromeda's Edge, helping teach that game when it first came out on crowdfunding. So really love our community. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
So where do we want to
I made a coaster, which is ceramic. I did it with a book subscription, and I'm terrified of using them because you literally can't get these anymore. It was like a book club thing, and I have 4 of them, and it's for a book that I love called The Starless Sea. But yeah, I'm terrified. So they're in a little stack here, and I'm always like, no, don't use them. But they're fine. They're ceramic. I'm just.
By the way, Dude says I'd play duels every show if Chris let me.
Yeah.
New directive for Chris to the Whisperwood game. Chris, we're playing duels every show. No, just kidding. Rosie, we have to have some more matchups of duels. Those
We
were
do,
so
because
fun.
as it stands, apparently you're better than me, and that's not true. So, there he is.
Oh, that's funny. That's a great picture.
He was trying to get out of it, and he was like in and out, and like, wait, am I out? And he's literally saying right now, am I out?
That's funny.
It was a great picture. But now you know who Googs is, everyone. So
there you go. Awesome.
But yeah, I'm gonna share some social pictures. I think we should share people's pictures, which I didn't do last week because we shared all the packs.
Then we'll have information on the 2 sales after that, so everybody knows.
Yeah.
Let's see what the community has been up to.
So this is from Mark Dandridge, and he's saying, I'm curious if anyone else lets the raider be a surprise. Playing at this high rate, I don't usually change them out that often. I'm going back to some of my older habits of being surprised of what's going to happen. So yeah, what an interesting idea. I always pick them out because I'm usually playing with new people, so I try to pick out ones where like they're the easiest to kind of understand immediately. Not that they're that different in terms of complexity.
You know, there's the game we made with Luke, which is Dwellings of Eldervale. There were 2 monsters, so you did have to like decide if like which water monster you were coming in. And there was a couple of fun ways that people let everyone pick, because in that game, what we did is we let the person who picked water decide which beast they were having.
Yeah.
People started to say, I want to pick when it comes out. I want to be surprised so that I don't know the whole game that it's the croc coming. So I can see some excitement for not knowing that it's the Ion Storm. And when it hits you, you're like, oh no, I didn't know it was the Ion Storm. I could see that being very fun, actually. So
yeah, once you know them, like absolutely, just go do whatever. I think that's great.
Early play, I would kind of curate the ones that I think are going to be the easiest for people to get into the game.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
The Corrigan Smugglers are kind of an easy mode raider, right? They make everything cheaper. That's a good way for people to get in. But when people know the game, I don't want the smugglers. I want something that's going to destroy everybody. I want like the Ancient Brain, which is so difficult to play. That's so much fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And then it's
everything was fine until suddenly Immortality Sphere is on top of you. It's fully operational. Woo!
I mean, and when I'm playing, I'm not really thinking. Maybe it's just me, but I'm not really planning about which ones are coming out. Like, I'm not really thinking about. Maybe the only one I would is the frog because of the way that it moves. I might be thinking, oh, is this a bad place to be if he comes out?
And the frog, just so everyone knows, so it's a Genesis Raider that we've got in our expansion that's coming for Genesis, and which is currently late pledge on GameFound if you're interested in jumping in. The frog's going to have a variant, which I think is really interesting. I believe this is the case that with the way Luke wants to write it in the rules is we are suggesting that if you play with the swamp, the frog starts on the swamp. Meaning we don't do this for a lot of raiders where it's like in the game already. And what that does is it immediately makes the game more dangerous because the frog will be hopping from region to region and trying to kill you right out of the gate. It makes it a hard start. But you can opt to not have the frog start. All that means is that the swamp will be unguarded and a different experience will happen in the game, which is that people will rush that swamp because it's not guarded. So that's kind of interesting that you could play it either way.
Yeah, I despise when slashes are first out.
Yeah, those are the raiders that go 2 distance for that default raider that starts in the game, and those will kill you right away, right?
I played with the slashes a lot because I'm always playing with new people, so it's always like, enjoy everyone, they're brutal.
Yeah,
that's a fun one.
I do love how Andromeda's Edge is dialable the way that you want to play it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know that this is sort of a tangent, but I know that on BGA, which were the board game arena, which is still in alpha, we're working on getting it to beta so that it's going to be online. I've been taking a lot of turns with folks in our Discord. Quirkleton, who's here, I've been having like a 2-player game. I got a bigger game. I know that more features just got released where it's like the quasars and the vortexes, which were previously unavailable, just got added, I believe. So it's pretty exciting times.
It's really cool, and obviously, like, they're still working on getting it to beta. So as it stands, it's not available to everyone who isn't already in it, but it won't be long. So
Hey, Faith just hopped on. That means Faith is the cosmic frog, and is attacking us from the swamp.
no, not Faith.
Well, we thought Faith was innocent. No,
Faith's the good twin of the frog.
that's right. Yes, exactly.
It's puzzle season, so that means that people are doing the puzzle.
Oh, look at that! I'm so excited to see these because we do merch experiments at this company. Apparently, we have decided that we make plush here. This was something we never thought we would do. But also on Critic Kitchen, we made an oven mitt, and we made a puzzle because we were like, well, we haven't done a puzzle before, and Sandara's art's amazing. So we picked a image that we thought would be tricky because of, look at all those reds and dark blues and purples that would make you go,
it is tricky.
where does this piece go?
The multiple red lanterns means you can't really know where they are.
Yeah.
Which is so fun. But yeah, do you know what I always think when I see the puzzle is Brad's in it? Because Brad used the rabbit as his sort of avatar on our work thing for like a year. And so I just can't not see Brad in the picture. But yeah.
Briefly, cool. Lucy, here, let's see if I can take this out. Well, they're science vessels. I don't know if I could get this. Here, I'll do this. Today is, these are science vessels from Andromeda's Edge. Speaking of Andromeda's Edge, as we're talking about it, these were given to me by Ascadelia, who made a couple of our game pieces into earrings for me, which was nice of her to do that. And I like the fact that there's two different colors happening. So
yeah, I don't have my ears pierced because I am like a newborn baby. No hair, no piercings, no tattoos. Just lazy, really, because it seems like a lot of upkeep to me.
I met someone at Essen where her entire ear was like, I don't know, there were 6.
I know. I love the look. I'm just not.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not good enough with that. I would just, they would seal up. But I do want necklaces or like key rings. I think that would be really cool of the different things. So I have the odd Critic Kitchen meeple knocking around from when we were doing like sending check stuff and looking at them, and I'm like, where's that? Keyring it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ascadelia is very talented and makes skirts of different board games. Yeah. And if you see her at an event, she will be wearing some themed game, which is amazing.
We're talking. She definitely wants to do a Flamecraft skirt, so we'll be talking about that.
Didn't you make a Boop skirt that actually worked? You could play Boop.
Yeah, you could play it. You could.
So that means you could do a dual skirt where you could play duels on the skirt. I'm not sure how that would be for her with her lifting her skirt for the next 20 minutes, but but I feel like that would be great. Like, just let's play. But yeah, speaking of duels, lots of arrivals, very exciting. All over the internet am I seeing people sharing their deliveries, or Derg deliveries, as the Discord have now named dragons Dergs. Maybe this is not a new thing.
No, that's not a new thing. That is
not a new thing. But it's new to me.
It's a dragon super fan term, Rosie.
Oh, okay. See, clearly, I grew. My thing was Piglet as a kid, so I don't know. But I do enjoy the term very much.
My favorite thing about the deliveries, because we haven't really gone into the logistics of how fulfillment goes and so forth. So this is like a little bit more behind the scenes. But one of the things that happened is that to speed up some deliveries, we made sure that if you got a game bundle, this is the Horde where you got 2 plush, the art book, coasters, stickers, and all the games. But there's some people who are getting just the game bundle, which is Duels and Dragons, the expansion, and the promo pack and stickers. That particular bundle comes from the factory in one box, meaning that if that's all you got, and some people just that's all they got, that goes very fast for fulfillment centers. We did that on purpose because we were trying to there were 19,000 people who backed Flamecraft Duels. Thank you very much. And it was, how do we make this go faster? Because people right now are emailing me like, are you sure mine's in there? And it is. It just takes a very long time to do this many people. But what I love about the bundles, I'm not saying that like you have to back for that, because we did decide to start with the Horde first, just to make sure everybody got if you put a lot of extra things, you got those. But for the ones we're at right now, which is the bundle, Spiral Galaxy, for example, told me they went right to the shipping container. It was just like label, send.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That to me is like, that's how this is now. That's when we saw them do that. We saw this wave where it was like, got it in France, got it in Italy, got it in Czech Republic, got it over here.
Yeah.
It's so great to see that happen.
And just as a note about when people ask where they are, they're not shipped based on location. So it could be one parcel says Czech Republic, the next one says France. Like it's not. It's usually done with a list based on prioritization.
My neighbor just got it, and I'm in Finland, which means mine has to be next. But that doesn't mean that at all.
That's not. It's not.
If you've got the exact same thing, you might be in the next day's send out or the next day's send out. And if you didn't get the same thing, you're probably in the next week's send out. So it's a totally different.
So yeah, but no, it's really cool that it's already in the Czech Republic. That's awesome. It means that the boat went all the way to the UK and now they're shooting off from the UK back into different parts of the world.
The crazy thing is we're 5 days into December and this is the month that we said we would deliver. So every delivery that made it in November to somebody was bonus.
I know.
You're now in the official expected month. Now I do think that for some regions we might slip into January, but we're hoping that we don't, that we could get everybody this month, but we're seeing what we could do.
Yeah, it's usually just also the different companies that are distributing have a big holiday break. They take a couple of weeks.
This is a hard month. It's funny because we did Critter Kitchen and we were supposed to deliver in December. But the boats were late. And then even if we were to rush it, the fulfillment companies were like, the queue is just really bad. The shipping costs are really bad. You don't want this month. And of course, we were like, okay, let's never deliver during Christmas again. And then next year I go, let's do duels for Christmas.
Yeah, we actually skipped it for Critter Kitchen because we just were a bit worried. But it's a smaller parcel. I think the bigger stuff is more worrying. It blocks things up. It gets slower. So
but I love seeing these deliveries. Look at those friends. Look at those friends back there.
Why is the meat dragon shy? What's going on here?
I don't know.
The meat dragon's like, I'm not interested in being in photos.
What I'm also really excited about because Flamecraft funded in 2021 the first Flamecraft campaign. And a lot of people didn't know if they wanted the art book, and a lot of people didn't get the plush right away. And then as a company, we started making the Crystal and the Potion Dragon plush, but those were made during Potion Con of 23, and they weren't really on a campaign before. So this campaign was like, did you ever see that art book and want it? And did you ever see that there's these other color plush? And we, of course, finished the collection. I say finished, but we might do some more. But like people who've wanted the art book for years and said, I am so glad I got to get the art book, which was Sandara's wish list item. You know, she said to me at the beginning, she's like, I've always wanted to have an art book. And I'm just like so thrilled that like enough people were that interested that this time around it was thousands of art books. So I was really excited.
No, absolutely. It's really cool. Just checking.
Look at that. The art book was a must. I'm so glad.
It sold. I mean, we didn't bring loads to PAX, but they went pretty fast. So I think it's when people realize they exist, it's sort of a no-brainer. I'm the same. When I found out there were art books of Klaus, my favorite Christmas movie, I was like, have to have it.
Yeah. I used to work at see, I'm a little bit I come from working at Disney for years where there was an art book made for every movie that we worked on. So I really appreciate a good, it's like a behind the scenes. You see like the sketches and you see all that stuff that went into it. Usually there's a story about how the animators or somebody got this idea or that idea. I love that behind the scenes. And so when Sandara said, let's do one, I was like, I want that same, like, I want to see stories. And we had poems in there.
Yeah.
She's like, you don't have to go this, like, it doesn't have to be a hardcover. I was like, yes, it has to be a hardcover. It has to be a coffee table book. And I love, one of my favorite things ever is that we have that frosted page with her signature on it. I think it's just really
lovely. It's beautiful. The only difference is it's got this packaging around it, which isn't the front cover. It's just a box to protect the edges. But it looks different, isn't it?
Which it looks really cool with the sketch art on there.
It does look really cool.
And in the art book too is a something that we did that was a pain in the butt. I remember trying to lay this book out, and we wanted to show the town mat, but I didn't want the town mat to shrink. So we did a page that
Yeah,
it
really
is
cool.
the size of the mat in Flamecraft.
Because I was one of the people that I didn't get the art book with the original campaign. I'm one of the weirdos that went with the standard. You're like, who went with standard? I did, because Doug and I were just like, this looks cool, let's go with the standard. We weren't really thinking or doing too much research. So when the shop opened with all the leftover stuff from the original campaign, I was there. I was like, Doug's like, I was going to get you stuff for your birthday. And I went, oh no, this is going to go so fast. So I bought an art book. I got the, I think the minis and stuff were in the shop. So my
very
friends got my
fast.
birthday. But I had like everything.
So that shop that you're talking about, I'll explain this, just another behind the scenes as for a publisher. We never intended to make a Cardboard Alchemy shop. Just so everybody knows, we were going to do crowdfunding campaigns. We were never going to have a shop. That was like absolutely, we just were going to focus on the one thing. It's because of Flamecraft. It's because people would write in and say, please, 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 I want the art book, or I want the pink dragon, or I have to have this plush. And so I said to Brad, I was like, if we launch this store, I think it's going to be crazy. People are going to come in and like, the art book went like in seconds, and it like we didn't know when we were going to reprint it. So it's this thing we've been answering on our Facebook group for a long time, like that will come back someday. And also I think this year has been like sort of this completionist year for me, because promos are another thing that's very difficult. You produce a promo and then sometimes it's too much shipping, or it's hard to get, or it runs out. And we kept saying like the original Kickstarter promos will be back. They will come back. We'll make it in this pack. And this year we now have Dragons of the Past, which is a pack of all the past promos, which to me is like, now everyone can get the stuff. But I'm talking about the store because I think this is an interesting thing. The store is now having its second evolution. We've talked a little bit about this, but Cardboard Alchemy store is going to go away. And I say away, it's not going away, but it is moving on to it's like basically a caterpillar turning into a butterfly now. It's going to go to its second form, which is
it's moving house.
It's moving to allplay.com. And that's really exciting for us, because Allplay already runs an amazing store. They have a store. This is part of the excitement of allplay.com, is that they have a store with 27 other board game publishers. I believe we are becoming the 28th publisher to join them, meaning that you can go on their store and pick up Flock Together and Galactic Cruise and Flamecraft stuff all in the same order. You could get your Wonderland's War and your Allplay Mountain Goats Legacy, or whatever you're getting from Allplay, you could get it together, which means that the shipping starts to combine well. Plus, Allplay has this thing, and I don't have everybody's shipping rates for every part of the world, but for the United States, the first item that you put in your cart is $4 shipping guaranteed, and the second item you stick in your cart is $0 additional shipping, which to me all of a sudden changes the ball game for, oh, I want that Flamecraft promo. I've already got a game in my cart. Now that Flamecraft promo is nothing to add.
They're solving a problem that a lot of small publishers have, in that you can't always obviously you sell your stuff in retail stores, but a lot of the stuff that we have isn't in retail stores, the plush, the art book, that kind of stuff. So small publishers often have the little store. No one knows about it because we don't have the capacity to push the SEO, the search engine optimization, which means that people just don't really find it unless they know about us. So by being in Allplay's group, not only are we there, but also Saatchi and Saatchi,
Saatchi and Saatchi
companies. I mean, it's only one game so far, but I imagine it's going to grow. And those games are hard to get. And some of the stuff that we have is hard to get unless you get it from our store. So being able to get those things together and have a place, and also our customer service team is amazing, but it is one person. And there we're going to have more people being able to assist and help. So I think it's really great what they're doing, bringing small publishers.
They're trying to be the publisher's publisher, so that they could make it so that all of us grow together, and so that we can, like you were saying, a one-off site is, I mean, it's awesome. People know about it from our side, but what I'm imagining is going to be one of the most fun things ever is you're doing a pledge manager for a game that's not one of ours, like the latest all play game. And then you could just check out and get a Potion Dragon plush if you want, which is kind of exciting to see how many more people will come along into the Flamecraft family, into the Critter Kitchen family, into the Andromeda's Edge family. I think that's really exciting.
But yeah,
the other thing about the store, which I want to mention, is that so we, like I said, we had this rush when we first put on the store on our side. I do think that since this is sort of a celebration, this is going to be a pre-order. We're not going to have all our items on all play right away. It's going to be just the items that were sort of Flamecraft related, that were all the Kickstarter items. The ones that people are asking about right now, which are plush, which are duels, Dragons and Dragons, things like that. The new Critter Kitchen Amazing Race promo. This is going to be on there. The Woolly Pin, the
Oracle
pin from PAX, and for anybody who just because there's very, 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 very limited supply, but I want to mention it. We are going to have a couple copies of Flamecraft Deluxe from the vault. Like we found, because we're moving and we're like, oh, there's some Flamecraft Deluxe here. We'll just put that on this special occasion, all play pre-order. And as a result, we're also going to make sure that we're going to send our newsletter the first dibs. Basically, there are some items like bookmarks, like certain plush colors that are limited and limited by region. And we want to make sure our newsletter gets the news first. So we're going to send out a link in a newsletter with the exact time that the shop's opening. And then it won't be like turned on the all play site until a little bit later, but then it will go for everybody to get in.
Yep. So yeah, that's pretty cool. They were just hidden away in a warehouse.
Yeah.
My joke is that Indiana Jones thought they belonged in a museum, and we were like, no, sell them.
For anybody that stresses about it, because you may have already tricked out your copy Deluxeified, you know, what we're thinking about doing for Flamecraft is we're gonna these are like the OG Deluxe that we have left, and then we will be making, I think, the Deluxe edition again for Flamecraft. So if you feel like, oh, I don't know, there will probably be a revisit to the Deluxe, because this first one is not really built to hold all the stuff we've come out with since. So if you're like, I think I'll wait, this is fine either way, but I just want to make sure people know that like this is the original. It's not redone or anything. It doesn't, people have shown on the Discord that it can hold all of the Series 2 minis, and if you do creatively, you can hold the jumbo resources, but it was not originally built for that. It doesn't hold sleeves, shop cards, all sorts of stuff. But if you're like, yeah, I want the classic original Deluxe, there will be a couple of them for certain.
So my question is, does it so it has Series 1 minis, it has Series 1 coins, and it has the original wooden resources, which are smaller,
right?
And it has the game trace. Is there anything else in there, such as some of the promos that are now in the Dragon's Pass?
It is if you bought the Flamecraft Deluxe, it does have two of the promos that are in Dragons of the Past. It has I'm going to take that back. The Kickstarter statue and the Spice Tower were in a separate pack, so it will not have any of that. So Dragons of the Past would completely catch you up for all promos if you were getting in for the first time.
So it really is, there's a game trace system, and then it has the Series 1 upgrades. So if you already have the standard and the Series 2 upgrades, the only thing that you would be missing would be the game trace organization.
Right. If you have gone the route of buying standard and then bought the accessories along the way, you have a Deluxe. You don't need to do this. It has a game trace system, but that game trace system is just some container slots, which a lot of times people can get that other ways as well. When we redo Deluxe Flamecraft, we will probably redo the game trace system to account for new minis and new spots for sleeves and all sorts of stuff. But anyway,
it's just the Deluxe. We did not find any Series 1 minis. They are I think gone now. The only thing, I mean, some shops might still have some, potentially some shops in other countries, but other than that,
once in a while the Lucky Duck folks find like, oh, here's a bunch of Series 1 minis. because they put their product in France and Poland, and every once in a while it's like, oh, here's a box of Series 1 minis, but generally they're gone now.
Yeah.
I am thinking about, and this will be something I could do polls with our audience and so forth, because we did a poll on Flamecraft Duels, which is who wants to see something new. And so one of the other things we're thinking about is maybe there'll be a big box that comes and holds all the different mini types, and maybe that one could come with either Series 1 or a Series 3 or 4 in it, so that you could get, because I want people who are huge collector fans to be able to get Series 1 again someday, but I just have to figure out the best way to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the newsletter will have all the information in it
about this pre-order.
About the pre-order.
Not about all our future Flamecraft Deluxe things.
Yeah, not that. No, that's not even. We haven't even figured that out. Right. But yes, the all the stuff. Axel's asking about putting it in the Discord. We will put the newsletter in the Discord. We'll just put the link in there, so don't worry, you'll be able to access it. Because I know it comes out at different speeds for some people, so the Discord will have it there too. And we usually share it in the Facebook group, so it will be around. And you know that.
So ETA for the store, just so you know, we don't have a day, but it could be as early as Monday or Tuesday. We're talking to All Play right now. We're getting ready to do this thing. A newsletter will come out saying, "Hey, it's live," and then we'll be now the pre-order. Just to mention, it will be a while before it delivers. So another thing that everyone should keep in mind is that it will have duels. It will have a plant plush, but these aren't shipping for Christmas. These are shipping after all backer copies get out, and that means backer copies for additional regions as well. I'm trying to make sure that we give everybody who ordered via Kickstarter a chance to get their item, note any issues with it, make sure we get those replacements out, and then deliver this wave. So, but the reason why we want to go now with the pre-order is because people are asking daily if they could get on the Iron Dragon, on the Potion Dragon, on the Oracle Pin, on the Kitchen Meeples. So we want to make sure.
Yeah, Duels is very popular, and everyone's asking when and how can they get it. It's good to give people a pre-order that they can get it from. Always worth checking your local store if they backed it.
Yes. That's a good point, because this is delivering in February. It is theoretically faster if you find out if your local store got Duels Deluxe or Dragons and Dragons or Dragons of the Past.
Yeah.
Your local store.
Looking for any of those 3 items, there might be stores with them.
Yeah, if you wanted a plush, they don't have that. But if you wanted one of those 3 items, they might have it.
Yeah.
Or might be able to get it because retailers were able to back, and we have a list of retailers that could still get those things.
Absolutely. It's very exciting. There may be some teething issues. It's a new shop thing, so just bear with us. It can crash with popularity. Who knows?
I mean, the sort of goes to my original point. We were never going to have a shop. I'm just amazed that everybody wants to come in and get dragons all the time. And we mentioned it before that we've made so many more plush than we ever thought we would make, and it's just like we're beyond excited to have this much interest in our games. Now, worth mentioning the other shop, just because I said it was the last day. So what's not going to be in the pre-order is Critter Kitchen and Andromeda's Edge, because they have had instead a final sale of the 2025 year. They have had a shop will be closing 20% off the entire site sale, which ends today. So if you were trying to decide, should I get Critter Kitchen cookie cutters or an oven mitt or deluxe or Andromeda's Edge deluxe or sleeves for Andromeda's Edge or anything that we have for Critter Kitchen or Andromeda's Edge, today is the last day. In fact, it's not only the last day for 20%, today is the last day. Then the Cardboard Alchemy store goes down.
Yep.
It's offline.
And then we take a little while to sort out getting the other products.
It'll take a bit to ship all of the things to All Play. We'll do the pre-order first, and then everything else will come back online that we have just in time for more Andromeda's Edge things to eventually come in.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Mortality's Fear plush when? No idea.
It struggled when it was in plastic.
Yeah, right. Well, it would be less mortal in plush
Yeah.
form.
Yeah, it would be very interesting. Maybe a lamp. But yeah, there's a famous IKEA lamp that when you open it, it very much looks like a Death Star,
Oh,
but it's
nice.
not a
Excellent.
Death Star. It like you do this and it expands and
Oh, I want to get that now and then customize it to look like a
it's
mortality.
really cool. Like it's
Yeah.
been there forever and it's got like silver on the inside or something, so it reflects. It's really cool. But yeah, it's totally not a Death Star. Totally not. They even make a little Star Wars area, like a nerd area to show, and there it is. There's the lamp.
That's funny.
So yeah. We were going to just talk about, everyone feel free to get your questions in. We were just going to quickly talk about gifting games. I was curious, one, Peter and everyone in the chat, are there games that you are happy to give to anyone? What are those games that you're like, these are fully like great gifts to give to anyone? And then what are your thoughts on giving games that are a bit more niche to people that haven't asked for them?
Yeah.
You know, like, would you ever give someone Critter Kitchen if they showed like no interest in having it and you knew they didn't have it?
Okay, so my thought on that is, first of all, I try and share games as much as possible because I'm secretly hoping that every one of these will be a successful finding a new person to come into the hobby.
Yeah, you want to spread the cult. I get it.
So what I do with my family is I look at their interests and I try to get them via their interests. Like, so for example, I have two cousins that they're into basketball. So I went to go get Basketball Boss because I thought maybe they will play this thing that is what they like to do and come in.
Yeah.
And so for my uncle, who he wants nothing to do with fantasy, but he's like a big history buff, I'm like, oh, maybe I could get him to play Timeline, or maybe I could find something that he would want to do, get him in that way. I used to always go with, because I published Letter Tycoon, and I feel like a word game is an easy, like, okay, everyone knows words, right? And I say, oh, you own the letters and we're going to play and it's not that hard and stuff like that. Now, granted, it's been with mixed results because someone will play and they'll be like, I feel stupid, I don't want to play, or this is going to take a long time. And it's so hard to get. My game of last year that I tried to get people to do, I was positive that everybody could play Things and Rings. I was like, Things and Rings.
Yeah, no, same. I would think very similarly.
Looking, it's easy. And then I literally tried it at Thanksgiving and other dinners and it bombed. And I was like, it didn't bomb because of it's an amazing game.
People are not in the mood.
People are close-minded sometimes to games.
Yeah. No, I played Codenames with some people and they've just gone, I don't care about playing this correctly and I'm just going to ruin it. And it's like, they're just not in the mood to play. All the games that they want to play are not that kind of game. Like,
it's so funny.
The same 3 games every year we play with Doug's parents, and it's basically the game where you put a name on your head.
Kids are like so much more receptive to a new game than adults. And we talked about this before, where I think adults are afraid they're going to screw up, afraid it's going to take a long time. Maybe they're already helping cook the dinner and they don't have like their brain's just not like, I can't focus on a game. Or I've had game nights where we're trying to do it after dinner and they're still trying to put the kids to bed. If you're like at a friend's house where they're a young family and they're like not all there, like it's so hard to. So I saw this great tip guide. Was it, who did that? I was going to say, was it Grant? No, I can't remember who did it. Was it Jason? Someone did a tip guide where they're like, first of all, this is how you get new gamers in. You have to know the rules, first of all. You don't go like, so a lot of times also, if I gift a guide to someone, gift a game to someone, I will do it of a game that I know really well, so that if they want to crack it open right then and there, I don't have to go, I think the rules are this, I could go, so this is the deal. We're rival bakeries, right? Or whatever. So I would do Critter Kitchen if I felt like it would have to be somebody who is slightly more advanced than first game and into maybe cooking.
It's a really interesting one, because my general rule is, unless it's on their list that they specifically want a game, and I'm talking like giving games to board gamers, I would never buy them a game because I don't know what they have. And some people do list their stuff on BGG and stuff, but most people don't actually complete that. So it's too risky to give them a game they already have. I personally have been given at least 6 games I already own. One of them
the
is like a
difficulty for the gamers that you know is like, how do you get them something? And you're like, oh, what do you have? What do you not have?
yeah. And the thing was, my brother bought me this Emerald Flame. It's a one-time play, incredible escape room thing from, I think it's Post Curious. And I was like, I've done it. I backed it originally. So I had to like return it, and it was really messy and they wouldn't
Very
return
hard
it.
to shop for.
So I had to sell it. So what I tend to do is I won't, if they're board gamers, I assume they know what they want and I'll ask them what they want. If they're not board gamers, then OK Play is a go-to game for me. Hive, if they're a couple, it's a go-to game for me. And I think duels could really fit in there. Like Harmonies, I gave to my parents and they play it every single week. So duels could be a game that could really
go to. My family, sorry everybody, you're going to be getting I think this could go. The only thing is, of course, it's because it's these dragons. I can see my uncle going, I don't like it. Looks like it's not going to be for everyone, but of course you know that it is for everyone. It's very easy to, it's abstract strategy. So I think this is an easy go-to game.
Yeah, but I think there's some great suggestions here. Gentle Rain is a fantastic solo game to give someone.
By the way, look at this. There's no.
Oh,
there's
wait.
No. Yeah,
you're spoiling it. You're saying
this, by the way, is Flamecraft Standard Edition, which is not out yet.
I didn't even notice.
Flamecraft Standard Edition is coming to retail in 2026. Now, this features not the same things as the deluxe edition that we offered on the Kickstarter, and also deluxe. So deluxe has some more fancy bits in there, but standard is coming. So that's pretty exciting.
Love that. Anyway,
sorry. What it means is you'll have an even more accessible version to give as a gift.
That's true. That's very true. Just so everyone knows the differences, because the first thing people are going to ask is there is a wooden meeple instead of the mini.
I can actually show it. Should I show it?
You can show them. Okay. There's a fold-out board.
So this is the way the box works. It is a two-part box instead of the box becoming the board. And the side artwork has some of the new
installs. Yeah,
it still has a code, so you can get a discount off of the Flamecraft Digital that's coming next year as well from Monster Couch. This is the way the board is done. So it is a board that folds out. It's the same board, but now you have this instead. Pretty exciting that we were able to keep the same high quality, amazing tokens from the game. So it's all of the tokens that you've got all of your dual dragons. So this is exciting that no matter who plays duels in 2026, they will all have that. But now some of the other differences, the cards are not plastic; they are regular cards. The coins are going to be a punch board, so still cute artwork. Still the duels, hexagon coins, but they're not metal. And then also for you Durg fans out there, if you end up seeing this version in the wild, the mini changes to a meeple.
Yeah, this is the one I was working with for a while before we had the mini.
And no wooden holders. That's exclusive to the deluxe as well. And then the way the box is, because with the tokens are the same, we have a pretty deep box and tray that holds everything, and then holds the tokens on the other side. That is the difference. That is what standard edition feels like for Flamecraft Duels.
Yep. Just so you know, we won't get the tokens of the other high dragons because the game is balanced to 6 of the dual dragons. So they're only in the expansion for Flamecraft.
Right. There's no mechanical difference, and I think it would be confusing for people to get a token and think that it does something different. Yeah. So we could always talk about that down the road if there's enough interest in duels for perhaps that to become a thing. But for right now, it is just the classic 6, which is Team Gamer. That's the team that's in there. But also, I should mention for anyone who's watching this later, if you get the standard edition, we will be making the coins, the metal coins that are in deluxe. We will be eventually selling those separately, so that if you are someone who picks up standard edition in your local store and you're like, oh, there's that one part I want to upgrade, I want to get the coins, we will be selling the coins.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a great gift.
You know what's really funny about Paper Dungeon, which is Lucky Duck game, right?
Yeah. Well, actually, so it was actually, so it's by Paper Apps.
Okay. So Lucky Duck just distributes
So
it.
they picked it up and changed the packaging, giving you a pencil with it. But there's this one person who makes these awesome little golf versions and like to-do list versions, and they took it and turned it into a slightly different artwork on the front, but it's the same thing, and it just sold out immediately. So
I've seen that on so many people's lists.
It's great. It's great.
Like, here's the thing. I saw it on a board game store that said, first of all, it fits in a stocking. It's really easy to get going. It's
£7. Like, it's under $10.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool.
You
know what's on my list this year too is just because the op themed it to the Grinch, is Flip 7 with the Grinch.
I really want that too, and I can't get it. Like, I only found out of it.
If I see it, do you mean if I see it in Target here, I should get you one?
Yes, please. Okay. I will pay for the Grinch. I love the Grinch. Okay, I'm obsessed with the Grinch at Universal Studios. I would love to meet the Grinch at Universal Studios.
Funny.
He's amazing.
Funny when people walk up to the Grinch and they're like, "All right, fine, I'll take your picture."
But no, he's so good. He does like TikToks.
He sleeps on the ground and says, "What do you want?" I mean, it's pretty funny.
Yeah, there's so many little clips of him, and I really love Jim Carrey's The Grinch. I've fallen in love with it as I've gotten older, of how genius that movie is. So yeah, the second they did Grinch Flip 7, I went, damn it. And Flip 7 is a beautifully simple card game.
It is. That's why I think this one, with that theme, could definitely get my family to go, oh, I'll try it out, right? You know? Yeah.
I went to a pub at the weekend and saw my friend Catherine, and she's kind of a light board gamer. She likes games. She's played a bit of D&D. She's more of a chaos demon, if anything. She doesn't stick to the rules. But you know, I brought some games with me, and I brought OK Play, which is a great sort of 5 in a row game. It's plastic. It's got a carabiner, and she loves that because she's gay. She was like, carabiners in games? I was like, yeah. And she's like, how many games of carabiners do you have? I'm like, 10. Bitewing love a carabiner. And then we played that, and then we played Flip 7, and she was like, this is very good. This is great for sitting in a pub. And I was like, did they do a mini version? And I was like, there's plastic. And I was like, they should really do like a travel friendly, like Flip 7 or something with cards that are durable, because I think you would sit in a pub and you'd wreck them. But we had a great time. I did bring Trailblazers, but that was slightly too complicated for a pub. So the level, it jumps when you're in a pub. So we had a great fun. It made me realize that the games like that, they're so fantastic for keeping people, like, it's easy to learn. It takes like 1 minute to learn, and you can just do it while you chat, while you play. So that was a lot of fun. But yeah, Gentle Rain's not that. Gentle Rain is a solo experience, but it's also brilliant.
This also reminds me of a way that I think Critter Kitchen would be the way that I would go if I was to do Critter Kitchen, because I can explain Critter Kitchen very fast. It's super simple. What I would probably do with Critter Kitchen is maybe go for a 3-player game, 2 or 3-player game. If I could find people who I could teach it, and then we could get like, oh, this is really easy. And then have those people become like, oh, and there's all these different critics you could play next. I think that's the way I would try and get people in. It's just like a smaller, little more intimate experience, and then go.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And there's more, right? If you want more.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Critter Kitchen, it just made Blamco's top 10 games of the year.
I noticed that.
And he's like, he said, it's really mean.
That video is hilarious. His
so funny.
Is so funny. Because he was going, Fellowship of the Ring Pandemic made the list. And he said, they've released lots of different versions of Pandemic over the years. They did this version in 2020. They did the classic real life edition of Pandemic. And then it was really fun. His sense of humor is great. And I think I love the fact that Critter Kitchen got on
that was my copy of Fate of the Fellowship. He called me up and he was like, can I borrow it? Because I can't get a copy. And I was like, sure, we could borrow. It's actually Doug's copy. He bought it at the UK Games Expo.
Maybe it's a that one.
It's
I
great.
I
It's really
can't
good.
wait to play that one because there's I think there's a Gandalf promo and it's in there, and I can't wait to.
I don't think I have the Gandalf promo was really just with some stores. I
Oh,
don't have it either, sadly. I would love the Gandalf. I think it's a meeple, so you can flip it when it goes
yeah,
from grey to white.
yeah, it's
It's
pretty
got zero. Not needed at all for gameplay, but it's fun.
sure. That's like one of my. I'm like, I like Pandemic already. I love Lord of the Rings, so I think I'm gonna be.
See, I don't like Pandemic.
Oh,
But I
okay.
love
Thanks.
this because for me, Pandemic is too far away from the action. It's the cute, like it's just a map, and then there's like people as a mass, and I can't really get with that. I'm like, I'm one person. There's four of us, and we're going to solve this. Seriously, this is a global pandemic. Whereas with this, it felt like you were a bit closer to it, and it felt very thematic for me, and there was people and stories, and I like that. So yeah.
Interesting. I just want to answer this comment right here. It's possibly confusing when you see things online because retailers don't necessarily understand the difference between standard and deluxe. So it is possible that game nerds accidentally put the retail, but they are getting deluxe, or they might have ordered this. We are just now letting retailers order either standard or deluxe. So we will see both out there in the world.
Yeah.
So if that happens, you'll instantly recognize the deluxe if it has the lock and it's talking about wooden holders and it has metal coins in it.
If you do see a pre-order, send me a message on Cardboard Alchemy. I'd love to see them because I don't always see them, and it's good to know if they need any more assets from us or any pictures, if we can help them. So yeah, feel free to like. Oh, I spotted this company has it.
I heard that I know there's a shop in Seattle, Mox, which is a really great shop, and they're ordering both. Not everybody's going to order both, but they're ordering deluxe and they're getting retail. So I can't wait to see what happens when they stick both together on the shelf and see which one people go for.
They're slightly different shapes and sizes.
The deluxe, because the board has to open, this is actually slightly bigger by a small margin than the deluxe edition.
I wasn't prepared, but I have them somewhere.
Oh, do you? Oh, okay.
I have them somewhere.
We could bring them out another next stream as well, but because they're just slightly different, it'll maybe look like the standard is beefier or something, but it's the same game. It's a funny thing that happened.
It's very unhelpful if I hold this one up and you hold that one up.
Yes, I know that doesn't work, but they are the same game. They just have a different presentation.
Yeah, it's just slightly bigger, the standard. But yeah, it's cool. It looks really cool. I like it. I think people are going to be happy when they get the standard. So
yeah.
But I'd much prefer the deluxe.
This is the other thing's going to happen. I'm going to tell you this is a story. I'm not going to go into Mox's specific order, but they ordered far more of the standard because it is at a more affordable price, just a little bit, but the price is close, right? So what I think is going to happen is with those two things on the shelf, my theory is this: if they do not have an open deluxe, standard will sell better, but if they have an open deluxe, those are just gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
So I think that's what the difference is gonna be.
We need a Feely station.
Yes, we need
like coins and the mini. Speaking of the mini, I did paint it. So I
want to see this.
So I have painted it.
Oh wow, everybody!
It's even got a little lily pad for the frogs.
Aw.
I do want to get I've got a varnish on. I want to get a shiny varnish for the water, but other than that, it looks very grey in this lighting. But it's
you did an amazing job, Rosie.
Thank you. I mean, there's this one which is more defined and scarier.
Ooh.
But this one is more accurate to the box art.
Yeah,
this one's more like terrifying. And then obviously we have the one that our friend did. Oh my goodness. Yes.
You know what I really like in seeing yours and seeing these get painted is that you can get that depth in the mouth, like by some darkness in there, and
you've got the little gems.
Oh, those are cute.
And then it's a very simple process as well. So it has been recorded and it will be in a Cozy Companion magazine.
Oh, nice.
Which is a really lovely magazine that you can subscribe to. Like this.
Cozy Companion, that's like your kind of magazine.
I know, right? And I think Manny's also doing something. So check out anything coming up from them soon. the next 3 issues could have stuff from us for all we know, because there's a lot of stuff.
An interview with Manny.
But yeah, it's very exciting, and I've done a bunch of photos, but I have also filmed the process. There will be a video as well. But yeah, there was a little bit of moss. I did a little bit of like greenery around here, a little bit of mossy.
I love the bottom. I actually think it's like got this really good authentic vibe to the bottom.
And that's literally just the dark and then dry brushing over it. It's so easy. You could just do a normal that process and it would be done. That's what I really like about it. This is actually a little holder. It's magnetic, so I can paint it and stuff.
Oh, that's convenient.
I know it's meant to have a little handle where you can hold it in different ways, but I lost it. But this is from a 3D printing company.
Great idea.
I know, and you just have to blue tack it on, and yeah,
nice.
Very cool. Love a painting gadget.
I am a total noob where my fingers like I forget to put on a glove. And
I did that at first. The set that I did before entirely holding my hands, and then I bumped into someone who did 3D printing, and they were like, "Do you want one of these?" And I was like, "This sounds great. It sounds way better than covering myself in paint." But yeah, have you received any games recently that you wanted to talk about?
Yeah, I could talk about some games that that are not going to make it on the should give someone to Christmas, but they are fantastic. Oh, look at you, Top Frog over there. I didn't get mine yet. Those are adorable.
But wait,
are those magnet hats? Yes. Okay, that's next level plush. Seriously, next level plush.
I actually was figuring out how high I could drop this from.
Okay, now we're gonna have to step it up a notch, Bread Dragon. Come on. We need like a bread scent in here now. Come on, this can't be that. We can't have these advancements in plush technology.
This is the funniest.
That's so good. The fact that you just could throw it on there and it lands on. My God.
The other one isn't so. The little hat is. This one is not so catchy.
What they do as a TikTok ad for plush, they are really missing out right now. If I saw that where someone just like threw a hat and it like landed on a frog, I would buy. I'd be like, yes, I'm in.
And then this is the deluxe, the nice gold. Someone just said I have to sniff the game. I mean, wait.
What?
Does it smell like something? Don't tell me a scented box, or it just smells like my room. I don't know. I'm very gullible. You'll just tell me to sniff a box and I'll sniff a box.
Just do it. Just do it, everybody.
That's the game that arrived for me this week.
I was going to bring up 2 games that I got at PAX that wouldn't necessarily be on a gift guide for a new gamer, but they might be on my gift guide for, just brand new kind of games for a gamer that they might not have. Because I got to play this game last night with Luke Laurie.
I've heard people have been enjoying this.
And it was epic. It was great. You are dwarves and you have little dwarven workers that are like level 1. And of course you give them beer and you can make them they can do better actions with beer, but you can also eventually get them upgraded to like dwarf level 2, dwarf level 3, and you're running around doing all sorts of here's what's amazing about the game. It is only 3 turns, but each one of those turns you have 4 dwarves, so you're only taking 12 actions in the entire game, but each
it's like White Castle. Brutal.
Action causes a combo and a combo. So I do this, and then this happens, and this happens, and this happens, and this happens, this happens. It's like, each action.
I do love combo-licious games.
That's really good. The other one that I picked up at PAX that I have played before, but it hasn't been for a while. If anyone has not heard of the Guild of Merchants Explorers, super light, fun. Like it's really fast. It's only like a 40-minute hour game. In fact, I kind of wanted it to be more because you've got a map and you are doing this every turn. You're kind of building from a set town that you have. And if you lock in more towns, then when it resets, you still have the towns that you got to, but otherwise you're building from the original town again. And so you're trying to hit these goals of, I might have to sail over here. I might have to get this pattern and so forth. And then every age it's over 5 ages, there's a new power card that you get, a new sort of objective. It was really addictive. I was super excited to see that it was like they had the expansion and stuff like that. It's so much fun.
I can't read it very well though. I'm trying to go Merchant, the Guild of.
I know, like that's a little artsy. The Guild of Merchant Explorers, right?
That's cool. I
And
like
you
the
know, at
scroll.
its surface, it's like, oh, you're just putting cubes on a map. But you know, it reminds me of like it's just a cool map, you know, and you're trying to be like, okay, I think I'm gonna go dig in the mountains over here. I'm gonna find this buried treasure over here. I'm gonna do this and that. And you have different
Yeah.
powers every time you play. I'm excited by that one. But
Yeah.
also I played Iridia.
I haven't heard. Maybe I
Oh,
need to see that. I need to see it, I
I'm
think.
gonna put you on screen because I'm gonna go get the Iridia box for a second.
Oh,
One
okay.
second.
Hi, everyone. It's just me. I have a game for Doug here, but I can't say it out loud because he's in the building. But it's seasonal. You like this one, right? Oh, I don't even know who's in this. He just had it on his list, but he's very excited. And I also got him the other one. Yeah. Doug's a big fan. It's got, oh, cool. It's got Blackbeard and Loki and Pandora. Doug's favorite too. I mean, he'll totally know because he didn't put many things on his actual list. So,
all right, I want to show you the size of this box. Okay, this is the Iridia box right here. This massive thing.
That is a storage box.
By the way, what's on this box is every backer. I cannot believe they did this.
Oh my goodness. I don't know how I feel about that. That's like a wall of, you know, when those like,
yeah.
My brain went very dark, like, you know, like
storage.
the graves in Germany. Just like too many names.
Let me show you what some of the things that are in this box, because this is like a D&D starter type of game, right? Because you pick a path. So for example, this is the path of light. So you pick a path and then you get these boards where it's dual layer, and I'll show you just how much fun this is. You get to like have
nice.
You get to have your, you know, costume. Like for example, I had equipped some boots, and then you have different weapons that you could take in and out. Like, oh, I'm putting a staff in, and you're keeping track of your stamina and your magic points, and then your health on the other side.
That's awesome.
And then you get this board. Then you have another board where you're picking your character class, and you're having like your experience points and your all sorts of, you're leveling up the whole time. So it feels a lot like a mix between a role play, and it's similar to like in those adventure games like Gloomhaven, where you're going around a map and you're like, hey, let's go explore over here, and then we run into a fight and so forth. I had a blast playing. It took a little bit to get in because, of course, there's so much content in the box. But as you run into creatures, you actually punch out these special areas and unlock like minis that are pre-painted that come with, like, so you don't know what you're gonna find, and then all of a sudden you get
stuff. Oh, that's so annoying.
So good.
I love that stuff. That's a big box for that. I can't.
You get these little treasure chests that every once in a while you get to go into your personal treasure chest and like unlock something. Like they spent so much production time to make this a special experience. And then in the game, you have boxes and boxes of the card. So like you run into a scenario, you talk to someone, and then it tells you to go get another card, which may bring out another secret card. And so you have these, it's quite,
that's awesome. It's like Hearthstone. Yeah.
It's really good.
I've got a game called Mythwind, which I think is similar.
Yeah.
But there was another one that I can't remember the name of, that it sounds similar. It's kind of like a D&D adventure, but it's cozy. And it's like you're farming and all these kinds of things. But it's a big box. And it's one of these games I've always gone, I'm so curious about that, because I love the idea of you just drop into the game. It's very easy to start playing.
It's so funny. When you talk about like this open sandbox, you're also making me want to play this.
Have you not played it yet?
I haven't played it yet. I can't wait to play this.
It's very cool. That was a big game at PAX. And it's going to be a big game next year for sure. Like it's probably my game of the year. So
that's neat. Yeah.
It's close to Railroad Tiles, but I played Cozy Stickerville through. I played it. Like I could.
You can flip it over and play.
I haven't flipped it over yet because of PAX. Because I haven't. I did get another copy because I really, really wanted to.
This is a funny comment. I got mauled by a bear.
No, you didn't. Did you?
I have heard that, like, that's the funny thing. We were talking to Bree Woodward about this game, and then you brought up how you could burn your house could burn down or
Yeah,
something.
so every decision that you make, and that decision could be not building a fire station, could result.
Oh,
in
I
you
see. So
needing-
you don't build a fire station, and then it's like, whoops.
Yep. Whoops.
Yeah.
Which was really sad because there was a dog sticker under there that I moved. I moved the dog.
Okay, good.
But there were some flowers that went missing, sadly.
That's funny.
But no, they've got so many really fun mechanics in that game, like puzzly things and the way the cards bring actions. It's so well done. It's so accessible. It's
This
the
is a
easiest
question
game
for
to
you.
teach.
This is a question for you. Is that a game that you would bring out with a brand new person?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
who doesn't play games? You would do
It's
it?
co-op. It's co-op and it's like story driven and
Got it.
And it's really, it literally is like, okay, draw a card, pick what you want to do based on that card, because you literally have like choose your own adventure style, and then pick something else to do on the board, and then it's someone else's turn. Like, it's so simple. And I think that's the beauty of a lot of these games, like the roll and write for Lord of the Rings, for The Hobbit, is it's got depth, but you just get into it and it's so quick.
I actually just got this, by the way. Finally. I'm so excited.
So good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
I'm a big love.
Yeah, I think we're getting to a point where I'd love to see a Cozy Hobbit game, but we shall see if we get one. That's my dream. But it is a Cozy Hobbit game, but they're still fighting and orcs and stuff. So, I want slice of life. So,
by the way, we should see if we have any more questions to answer. And also, I just want to mention that I got some more letters in the office.
Yes. Questions. Stephanie asked, how were the pins decided? I got one I would have asked for. You shouldn't have gotten a random pin in your box. I believe that was accidental, probably, because all the pins that people got they would have bought. So lucky you. But that's not meant to be.
No, you shopped for yourself way back when, I believe.
You forgot that you bought a pin, maybe.
Possibly. Or
there was a comment earlier from Zishawn, who we met at PAX from Board and Shield, and he is just setting up a game. He was setting up like an hour ago a game of duels to play solo, and I'm really enjoying seeing all the content coming out. It is a very easy to film game, and it's getting a lot of people doing how to plays.
Record some solo plays. Because
Barnes did one.
That was okay. So excited. I don't know if Bonds ever watches this, but I tuned into Bonds' Twitch channel and she was playing solo for the first time. She had never played it before. And I came on and she'd already like failed like 2 or 3 times because the coin spends in the beginning. You have to spend coins to survive. But once you have spent and you're like in the groove and the board's got enough pieces on it, you can survive that game and try for your best score. But she also didn't know the rule. The coin rule is that you could spend a coin to look at 2 more cards, pick any 2, but that's in addition to your lives, basically. So if you can't, so opening turn, I think on the one that I joined her, she drew a meat dragon. It wasn't one of her cards. I said you could spend a coin to try and get 2 other cards, but if you don't get one, you could do that's 2 lives out of your 3 lives that are lost, right? So she did it and it didn't work. And I thought, oh, this is going to be another fail. But the whole community that was watching her on Twitch was like, oh, you could put it over there. And then like this could that. Oh, it was so cool because combined with everybody in the stream, we helped her like get to the middle. And then when she was in the middle, we managed to, she got through that game and she got to the end.
I think you can, I don't know if it's still on her Twitch, but you might be able to go back and watch it.
You might be able to watch it.
Sometimes people keep them, sometimes they don't. But there's a great moment, she put it on her Instagram, where the rulebook just flipped in the air and she's got like a slow-mo of her going,
yeah.
It's great.
She's really fun to watch online because she's very she'll scream or laugh or like get really into a moment.
Yeah.
I love Bonds. And so
she unboxed Critter Kitchen, I think, but with zero plan. She just went into like, I'm going to unbox this and this and this. And she was like, wait, this might take, hang on. I might need the video. Wait.
The reason why what I love about duels is that I've seen this on our Discord where people are setting up moves and asking everyone else what they would do.
I
And I
love
think
the puzzles.
solo play is really fun to do a couple live ones where people are like, I think you should do this and that. Because everyone plays a little differently, and there are actually strategies to sort of like we have a score. If you play duels and you come on our Discord, you can tell us what your high score is. But there are sneaky ways to get to a higher score. And I was watching Vaughan. I didn't like try and go into what those strategies are, but every time she pulled a token, I was gonna throw out some like, oh, you could do this, but I didn't want to like play her game, but it's making me want to play because I'm like, I love this game.
No, for sure. I actually had it set up when I was taking the pictures of the mini. I had it set up on the side on my little table for ages, and I was like, oh, it's taunting me. I don't have time. But yeah,
The Hobbit to my 8-year-old for the first time. Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, my dad read me The Hobbit when I was younger, and I had a bunk bed. No one was underneath it. It's one of those like one-person bunk beds. And I remember how I felt when he read the scene with the Gollum in the cave.
Yeah,
I remember feeling like clammy, and I remember like the descriptions of what it smelt like. And I have aphantasia. I don't remember my childhood much at all because that's how that annoying condition works. But I very much remember, like my entire life, I will remember the way that scene was described, and the way that like it made me feel. But yeah, like The Hobbit is a wonderful book. If only the movies. Hang on.
I want to read it to my son because I want to share it with him as well.
Yeah, it's really lovely. I've got a really old copy of it that's very battered and but yeah, it's really nice. There aren't any other questions that I can see. Other than people just saying how much they love duels. Thank you very much, Veronica.
This is we invited people to write in to our studio because if you didn't see us at PAX and you wanted to become a dragon, you could become an iron potion, or you could become a potion plant dragon, or whatever you wanted to be. These are ribbons meant to attach to a badge at a show, but you could put them anywhere. And we are offering, we're like saying, if you want to get a ribbon, you can write in and say hi and say whatever you want, because we enjoy getting mail instead of tax information in the mailbox. So I just got from Australia. We got our first one from Australia. I got our first one from Canada. I also got this one, which is I wonder which 2 ribbons they want.
Very nice.
You know, it's a guessing game. I'm never going to.
They don't want those 2.
They don't want these. Well, I'm going to read these 3 just because it's fun to get these letters. Thank you for writing in. This one from Australia says, to the wonderful team at Cardboard Alchemy. Firstly, I wanted to let you know that I've been absolutely loving Flamecraft Duels, and all those lucky people in Australia got it first.
They've had it for ages.
They've had it for a while. Just been it worked out is Australia got it first this time, so they've had it for like a month and a half.
Yeah.
It's such a fantastic little game and so convenient to travel with. I'm gonna love the fact that people take it with them everywhere they go. I saw that Seasonal said it's always going with them. The quality of the deluxe is incredible, and I've been somewhat addicted to playing it and teaching all my friends. Thank you for creating an awesome game. Secondly, I would totally love a ribbon or 2. For my partner and I, we both are quite partial to plant dragons. We also love potions and bread dragons too. Hugs and high fives. Thank you very much for that, Damien. That's super
lovely.
Fun. I don't know what this one's going to be like because it's sealed still, and I'm going to open it now.
Is it wax sealed?
There's a wax seal on this one from Canada.
I wish I got wax. No, I'm not giving my address out, but I would love to generally receive wax sealed things.
Yeah, this is fun. Thank you.
Note to all the publishers who send me games, wax seal your games.
There we go. You'll be covered faster on Cozy Board Games.
No, I'm slow. But I will definitely get a story.
Food for thought. Hello, Cardboard Alchemy. I'm writing to you today to request a Flamecraft ribbon. Bread and meat are my favorite. That's a calzone right there. I also wanted to take the time to thank you. Flamecraft has sparked my passion for board games and has filled a hobby hole I didn't know that I had. I am hosting games night once a week and planning to attend my first convention. Congratulations. In March 26th, I'm going to go to Breakout Con in Toronto. I also want to say thank you to Rosie. Without her TikTok, I would never have known about Flamecraft Duels and the Kickstarter. Her content always paves the way for a new game in my collection. Aww. Thank you again for being a more amazing board game company. I can't wait to see future games. Your devoted fan, Olivia.
Very sweet. That's
That's
very sweet.
I know that your TikToks would grab me also, and I love hearing that people see that and then go,
yeah, it's fun. This week, someone tagged me saying, "Is this you on the side of Dragons and Dragons?" And I shared it. I went, "That is me," and I got multiple responses going, "You're on the side of a box." So
there we go.
it was very, very sweet that they discovered it and recognized it. So because I have shared it, but I want people just to find out. So
we're gonna find out if they are truly looking for iron and plant. Or if
which dragon is that? Is it Trellis?
Trellis. Yeah. Yes.
I've been writing things about them recently, so I've got them in my brain.
I'm so glad the name is Trellis. There was a different name originally, but we asked our community to
name. It's a very supportive dragon. Very supportive.
I like Trellis a lot. Oh wow, this is intense. This letter is something.
Is it huge?
Oh wow.
Is it a book?
This is amazing.
Oh wow.
So I'll read a little bit just to see if I can. Greetings from the currently snowy wilds of rural Alberta, Canada. I'm taking time out to from what will likely be the last weekend, warm enough to do outside decorating for Christmas. So thank you for writing. I'm ready for ribbons, iron and plant, please. But also thank you so much for everything you do. You are my favorite board game publisher, which, by the way, is a secret way to get. No, I'm just kidding. You don't have to say that, but I am so honored that they would say that.
Just having a favorite board game publisher is amazing.
I'm just so honored to be that person. Not just for publishing my favorite games, for the community you've built. Which is, thank you. That's what we love that too. Wow, here we go. Mission Catastrophe is still the jewel of my board game collection.
What? That's awesome.
And yours is one of the 6 Discord servers I keep active. And since 3 of those are for Dungeons and Dragons groups, you are on a very short list, but I love it. Very rarely get to catch stream days. Hope you catch this one someday, because I appreciate the letter. I haven't indulged in plush dragons of my own, but I know what I would call them if I did. I thought I would share because dragon names are always worth a smile. Also, thanks to you and Manny and Sandara for creating a world so rich that even the fans can people it with imaginary dragons. Here are my dragon names. I'll read a couple of them. Papyrus is a plant dragon who loves fancy paper. Made with love, they enjoy card making, scrapbooking, and bookbinding.
That's adorable.
Mash is a meat dragon who knows that good comfort food and a home meal are just as heartwarming as a lively party.
Do you think Mash is friends with Potato?
Yeah, Mash and Potato. Wait. Muffin is Mash's best friend. A bread dragon who loves to be soft, squishy, and a little bit imperfect. Muffin. All over cozy. Their favorite recipe is corn muffin, great for every occasion.
Muffin is a great name for a dragon. I think because every dog I've ever met's called Muffin. I just never really think.
Okay, wait, I got more here. Nib is a smaller than usual iron dragon who loves the delicate work of making pen tips and seal stamps.
That's such a cool dragon. We have to tell Sandara about that one. A fountain pen making dragon called Nib. That's adorable. The runs of the litter. That's little.
Quartz Quill is a crystal dragon who loves to make ink bottles and long stems for pens out of sparkling glass. She works with Nib to make the most beautiful writing instruments.
That's a duo I want to see. Sandara, I know you watch these. I want to see that duo. That sounds so cool.
Tie-dye is a potion dragon with an obsession for color. He concocts dyes, inks, paints, you name it. His paws are never just one color. They are rainbow colored.
So cool.
There's a shop in town called Signatures where papyrus and tie-dye work. They sell art supplies, including the Nib and Quartz Quill pens. Muffin and Mash stop in to consult with Papyrus because they want to make a book of all their favorite recipes and they need Papyrus's help. I love the story that happened in this letter, by the way.
That's so lovely. I love all of them.
Thank you so much, Karen. Indigo Magpie on our Discord. I really appreciate this letter.
Oh, I know Indigo Magpie. That's lovely. That's such a great list of drag, and they're all immediately they exist in my brain. They're awesome. I also am obsessed with pen and ink because that's what used to be my illustration thing. So I'm all for pen and ink being a collection of dragons.
Yeah.
Horrible. Thank you so much, everyone. We've gone over.
We've gone over. If we missed your question, we will be back next week, and we can answer in the YouTube comments if you have any questions in the meantime. If you get duels and you're wondering any questions, we also have a Facebook group for Flamecraft, which will include Flamecraft duels questions, and Critter Kitchen. If you're getting that one, it's on store shelves and it's heating up. Critter Kitchen's great. And then Andromeda's Edge, we have a group for that one. And that one gets the most questions because people are like, I'm new and how does this raider work? And I want to, and then of course, Mark Dandridge is sharing his solo plays, and they're a lot of fun to see. We also have a Discord. If you come into our Discord, there's people who are sharing Flamecraft duels deliveries, but also playing solo, and we have an achievement channel. We have a channel for Flamecraft Digital. We have a channel to test our latest game, and the next one coming from Cardboard Alchemy is Whisperwood. So you can play Whisperwood. Coming up soon, we're going to have ways that everyone can get in on the next game and test it with us. And soon, also, we will be working on getting, I think in the new year, we're going to also be opening up plays of Flamebound, which is the sequel to Flamecraft. And if you're still here all the way in these comments, we're going to open up Flamebound testing. Although I will warn you that if you're interested in playing Flamebound, you have to spoil it for yourself. This is the only thing. Because the thing is, it's a chapter where everyone plays a cooperative adventure, and you go on these, the dragons leave town, and they go into the forest, they go into the caves, and they go by waterfalls, and they find out where they came from. And if you decide to play test it in our Discord, you have to be mum's the word, and when it comes out, you will know some of the surprises.
Yep.
You still won't see everything. You still won't see the artwork that eventually Sundar will have, or some of the surprises, but you will know some of the surprises because it is a game that as you play, you unlock things. And so it is the type of game where all our playtesters will have to spoil it for themselves. I don't know who's up for that mission, but if you're up for that mission, we are going to have some spots open for playtesting Flamebound.
Yep. Also, just so you know, the next 2 live streams are already scheduled and in YouTube. So if you want to share them with your friends and be like, come and join, it's really fun.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun here.
Already scheduled because I need to be ready for Christmas. So they're done.
Yeah. We have 2 more left, right, before the holidays?
We have 2 more. Yep.
And
the last one is on the 19th. I will be doing it from some family's house. But I will be...
12th? Is it 12th and the 19th? And then we're off for a little bit? We'll be off for a couple of weeks because we are, in fact, taking a nice rest. They'll still be shipping packages and things for our overall warehouses and company, but we will be putting the streams to bed for the 2025 after these next 2.
Yep. So come join us. And maybe in next one or the last one, I'll rematch you on duels.
Yes, let's do it. Let's have a duels rematch. That'd be great.
Do it.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Bye.
Enjoy your weekend. Tell us what you played.